back here with Kid Icarus Uprising. Last time, actually, surprisingly, some major story progress went down. I was much more expecting that Chaos Skin arc to be like 3 episodes in that chaos vortex of like fighting through big armies like that. It was gonna be like Commander 1, Commander 2, Commander 3. Nothing of the sort. Dark Pit came in and fully helped, like fought right by our side. They were throwing one-liners back and forth at each other. Viridi locked the Chaos Cannon in for them to shoot it. They shot it. Palutena's soul went back. Dark Pit got dragged off a thing. Pit jumped off a cliff to save him. His wings caught fire, which for some reason meant everything of him caught fire immediately. And the wings didn't even like take time to spread. His wings burned right off. For the most part, he's in critical condition. Dark Pit, Palutena, and Viridi are gonna carry on with the rest of it, we think, maybe. Let's get into chapter 22 and find out. Scorched Feathers. The little thumbnail preview image makes it seem like we're in some mystical place. So either Palutena and Go have trekked to some place to go rescue Pit, or Pit is in some kind of like ethereal void now that he caught fire. Launch! We're gaining so many hearts from all this, so we're back up at 100,000, which is very nice. We have many tries at the next mission that totally murderizes us. It is, in fact, that we are playing as Dark Pit. Cool, so we're gonna track down something to save him, I guess.
Burned up, he can't last much longer, but I thought of a way to save him.
Of course you did.
Pit passed on his artillery claws.
You know that. Think of the sacrifices he made to save the both of us.
No joke.
Right.
For all his jokes,
What's the
he
next
cares.
step?
He really
Go
cares.
to the City of Souls. It's
Oh,
just
neat.
a little ways ahead. It's the place where souls make their final passage into death, or back into life.
Oh, so we have to like go literally get his soul.
You want to turn back the clock and cheat death. Raising the dead, keeping the near dead alive. It's pretty dirty business.
Yeah, if only we had
No
Thanatos around.
mistakes, but we don't have a choice.
Hey, weren't you two just at war with each other?
Mind your own business. I'm not so petty that I can't extend an olive branch at a time like this.
Ah, nature jokes.
Thank you, Viridi. And thank you for helping Pit when I couldn't.
Aw, that's nice.
So you know, this is not a hug it out moment.
Because you're, I assume, not in the same base? But also, you should absolutely hug it out at some point.
This Pit?
That becomes under the credits.
So don't expect me to suck up to you.
If your flight's unlimited, you don't have to battle on land.
Oh, it's gonna be an all-air battle?
It feels
No!
strange to say it, but I'm disappointed.
Me too! Oh god, that actually does make a lot of sense though, since he doesn't have any limit to his power of flight. Oh boy! An all-air battle, that's why there's no Zodiac Chamber. Oh no, no, my nightmare! Not for me! But at least it's probably gonna be, oh wait, no, that actually means it doesn't just have to be 5 minutes either, it could be, god, it could be as long as they want. Oh no! City of Souls though, that sounds like a proper Dark Souls kind of place. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get here and there's gonna be like a really awkward, unbalanced jumping
Unlike
puzzle.
any earthly city, the spirits of the dead gather here.
So basically, this
And a bunch
is
of
the
enemies that I
Underworld.
can't hurt until I get some special item that the game doesn't tell me about. What? Say what? Who?
Oh. It's
Oh.
you.
Our heroes are
Howdy.
a little goth today. I hope the stresses of life haven't gotten you down.
That would be ever so tragic.
No one's listening.
It's hilarious.
It's actually pretty
how
funny.
You have no sense of humor. But that sourpuss attitude's gonna give you an ulcer someday, you know.
It's also gonna help him focus,
Anyway,
probably. Not trying to think of a witty comeback like I always am. Pit and me, whatever.
As you know, Reapers are responsible for carrying souls.
But we've got an
Did somewhat
excess
know
of
about
souls
that.
These days.
Yeah, cause you're murdering
Reapers
out.
can't handle them all.
They're
So the extra
overflowing.
souls come here.
Yes, though some just fade away, and
Oh.
others are, well, eaten.
Yeah, clearly, evidently.
Even in the afterlife, it's survival of the fittest.
That makes some sense.
It's
The
not
weak are
pleasant though.
consumed, just as nature intended.
Wow, cool. Really cool stance to take on this Viridi when he just told you that a bunch of innocent people are getting bodied. I guess they're humans, so you're not their biggest fans, but that probably means animals too. Unless you don't think animals have souls, Viridi. Wow, that's a bold thing for you to say. I can't actually, I'm a little disappointed in you for saying that. It's 2 heals they've given us so far though, so it's not the worst in terms of how often those come about, but given that each of these enemies will take a few more hits on 9, the not getting hit so much that I'm doing right now is not necessarily likely to carry over, although most of these monsters are being pretty chill with their patterns, although again that's probably in part due to the fact that we're playing on 5 here. They kind of hold back in shooting some of them. Wow, we're going real slow here, Dark Pit. Can we pick up the pace a little bit, perhaps, maybe, pal? If you could fly so fast, you probably could outpace a lot of these monsters. Probably don't need to stop around and show. Oh, he doesn't like monsters. He likes taking them out, I guess. There's that. I have to roleplay as him a little bit. Oh my god, this is way too Star Fox 64 all of a sudden. Oh, that's to the next loading screen, I see. Cool. That was about 5 minutes. So are they gonna do a boss right ahead here, or is that just 5 minutes before the next hair portion, I suppose? More healing. Oh boy. It's really eerie how slowly those went towards us and how there's no music right now.
Remember when I said that some souls get eaten?
Well, here's the hideous devourer of souls himself.
Oh, so we gotta stop this one from
About the hideous part.
Pit. Soul-eating monster. Ah, but this has the music of not being a proper boss fight.
Can be very delicious.
A mid-stage boss fight.
Luckily, they don't possess personalities or anything like that.
What, they don't?
Of course not. Souls have no more personality than blood or bone.
Oh, they're just like another
resource to
essence?
harvest from living beings.
Then why did what?
His regard for life is just astounding. Could you be any more callous?
I don't know.
Well, I
Don't
could
give him any
try.
ideas.
You know, souls are a bit like taffy. Sweet enough to eat, but pliable enough to mold into any shape I can imagine.
Okay, that was brilliant. I could try.
Nah.
I'd love to get my hands on Pt.22's soul.
I really was expecting him to say the meme, but I guess I realized this game is PG-13
A powerful
or
spirit
PG-10,
like
I
that
guess.
shouldn't be wasted on old Chomper's lunch.
What are you planning to do with it exactly? Sorry, well, I may have been trying to think of a way to say the words PG-10, which were very hard to say because I've never said it before, and the human brain is so simple-minded when it's mine. What are we doing with Pit's soul exactly? Maybe I would just ignore whatever he has in store for it, and I'm just gonna just fly as fast as I can here, which is as fast as Dark Pit is willing to, basically. Which makes it easy for me. There's no variance, really. Right, but, indeed, more. That was not the end boss, which I figured, because that was even like the same theme it played when the Belunca came after us in Chapter 2. Oh, that's what he said when I wasn't paying attention.
He's making them out of souls.
Professor Palutena does it again.
That's why he doesn't need the mirror.
If that's the case, there's no way the Underworld army could ever lose.
Unless we struck right at Hades, because apparently gods go down really easy if they just have a little bit of soul-eating stuff going on.
All the lives lost in battle go to building up the Underworld army.
You got it. So the more fighting there is, the bigger my army gets.
Love it. My favorite.
Goodness, it
Good.
feels wonderful to be on the winning team.
Oh, good.
Hold on a
Awesome.
second. Your math is a little off. You might want to break out the brain age, pal.
I have a
Say
brain
what?
age of 24.
And that's relevant because...
It's not.
Think about all the casualties there have been in this
I don't know what
world
my
between
brain
the
age was
gods.
last I played. It was
If
probably
Hades
like in the
right,
30s.
the underworld would be
But it's
way
been
more
years.
crowded with monsters.
I was 10 when I
That
played
means
it, or
that
so.
one fallen soldier doesn't equal one new underworld monster. After all, creating something as corporeal as a monster would take...
A ton of souls, but that's a huge waste. It's an abomination.
But at least it means he's not multiplying his army, really.
We have to stop him.
Poor deluded things, you'll never
What?
stop me.
Whoa, hey! He got really angry all of a sudden. Calm down! Whoa, hey! You're supposed to be a funny, chill boss.
Not a problem.
Bad guy type dude. What's with this being threatening all of a sudden and stuff? Hey, look! Cut that out!
It's been great touring the City of Souls and all, but we're here to save Pit.
Yeah,
Right?
where is that lad?
Hey, no need to cop an attitude. Just keep moving forward.
Well, have you met this guy? Attitude is all he
Was a stream of souls, but so many lives
As to
have
his
been
name at
lost
this
that
point.
It's now a torrent.
And I guess a
All
gun.
souls need to find their final resting place down here so that life can spring anew. That's part of the natural cycle of life. But Hades keeps playing with souls. He won't let them rest. His bloodlust has thrown everything off balance.
What did you say this big swirling thing was?
Humans disrupting the
Sorry, there's a
balance
lot of
on Earth.
information.
It's unforgivable.
You've got to be joking. All you gods and your stupid wars are the ones throwing everything off balance.
You little nothing. How dare you?
I don't know why I thought that would go any differently than it did,
The
but
Underworld army out to hoard souls. We have the forces of nature trying to wipe out humanity.
and Palutena killing
we
them
have
both.
Humans continuing to exploit
Well,
nature
hey,
and each other.
and yourself.
And we have us.
There we go.
Gods who drag the entire world into our power struggles. But it doesn't matter how this started. Now we know who's profiting from it.
One god in particular. Let's kill him.
Checked, he threatens us all.
Then all of our
Then
sins
our
will be
only option
revoked.
is to take him down.
But to do that, we're going to need Pit's help. Let's get him patched up.
And invincibility actually saved me from those. Man, I'm not fond of when those laser things come streaking across. But yes, I concur. Let's go find Pit. Sorry, I'm not trying to cop an attitude here, but do we know where he is, or am I just flying around shooting things till I bump into him? Because I don't want to know one of those soul-eating things to, just snap him up before we get there. What am I looking at
Up
here?
ahead is the Rewind Spring. That's where you
Oh.
need to go. I'll bring
How
Pit in
simple.
right next to you.
Oh, wait, you know where he is? Oh, like you're just gonna
As
put his
the
body
name
there?
implies,
And the soul will
rewind
follow?
spring can return things to their original states.
Let's hope
But
no
if
one
you
else
go
uses
for
it.
too long, it'll rewind things too far, and that can get weird.
It'll be Baby Pit. So, is this gonna end up with if it's back to how he was, if we rewind too far, then Dark Pit will get back absorbed into him, right? Or something like that. Oh, are we headed to the ground? Oh, okay, we actually are. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be no land bits whatsoever.
What is going on?
Oh, it took out his wings to bring back. Oh.
Pandora.
Well, if I had to refight any of the bosses.
Wow, I sure wasn't expecting that.
You can thank Dark Pit for bringing me to the
Sorry.
little pest. Time to
She's just as easy as it was last time. Wait, by doing what? She's reverting to her. Oh, that's how she used to look, I guess?
Who is that?
She's like a great fairy.
New improved me.
Wouldn't that be the old
It's been
improved
so
you?
long since I've had a body. Eat your hearts out, ladies.
Hearts are a currency here? That's a weird thing. Amazon Pandora.
Feeling a
Yeah, no
little
joke.
inadequate, Veriti?
Wow, okay, this is getting weird by the second.
Just look at me.
I liked her better when she was just an evil blob.
I liked her better.
Still
Yeah,
an
that.
evil blob underneath.
When she
She
stopped
just has
with all the
better hair.
lip. Oh my god.
There you are, friends.
She just got right back up.
Tracked you down. You're a stealthy bunch.
That's because I was using my power.
Can it be the end of the actual boss now? What is? Just give up, man. No one likes this side of you.
You only need to dip him in.
Right. Okay, that was probably, yeah, just got enough to get the wings, and hopefully some of those burn wounds fixed. Wings are back. How about his vital signs? Oh! Hey, look at him go!
Where am I?
You can still use a bat to, like, get rid of some of that soot. Your wings, no!
He can't fly anymore.
It came out of the...
Fine, I'll get him.
Lady Palutena! Lady Palutena!
Welcome back, Pit.
Yay!
Thank you so much!
I missed you too. Let's go home.
Oh, don't cut it off there. I want to see more of that scene. Oh, at least we got that much. Nice. Well, cool. Pandora, just give it a rest, man. We already killed you. Just you can relax now. Take a break. Take up curling or something, man. Stop coming back in random missions. All right, cool. So we weren't headed into some kind of magic wish-making realm, but rather the realm of souls to try and nip Pit's whole getting killed and having his soul destroyed, nip that in the bud, and also to access this rewind spring and fix him up. It's kind of weird that Dark Pit didn't actually have to touch the spring to like have for it to rewind the power of his wings that he stole from Pandora to resurrect her. Sorry, I probably should have taken more time on the 5 route there so we could hear all the music, but I didn't know how much health Amazon Pandora had because obviously there's no health bars, so I was not willing to take the risk that it was going to be like ridiculously hard. And I probably shouldn't take that same risk on 9 either. So we might just not hear much of that dialogue this time. Sorry. It was like we took down fiery blob form Pandora. She jumped into the spring, came out as Amazon Pandora. We shot her, and then she fell over, and then Hades brought her back up, and then we took her down again. There were bombs and treasure chests flying all over the arena. That was a very weird time. Oh, does that mean we're not going to be playing as Dark Pit for any longer than that? That's a shame. I was kind of enjoying that little sidestep we got to take. But hey, not bad. Pt.22, it only took us about, less than 12 minutes, according to them. And so let's go do it all again. Clear the chapter without dying. We unlock the Veriti Claws. Neat. And we got the music for clearing in 12 minutes. Awesome. Let's do some idle toss and get right back in there. Nope, that wasn't even enough for... one single egg. Next, we're headed to Lord of the Underworld. Oh, well, that's Hades, right? Oh, interesting. So once Pit's back, we're just going right for the man himself. Cool. And are these Chaos Kin, are they just kind of... We're saying forget it, they gave up? Yeah, interesting. Mercifully, this one's pretty short, so it only costs 9,000, which is A-okay with me! Consider the serious amount we got, but let me focus up here, because if it's 2 big air battles back-to-back, my track record with those is not inspiring. Very poetic that Dark Pit would also lose his wings to bring Pit back, though. Only a few minutes after. Very immediate sacrifice he was willing to make. Inspiring. The pacing of this game, I was starting to feel a little bit of dragging in the middle with the Arum stuff, because that arc went on for like 4 chapters. But, oh, that one's Bon and Orn! No, I should be avoiding these! Oh boy! Or maybe it didn't, maybe it spawned the repets. Anyway, what I was getting at was these past few chapters have been much more happening, if you see what I mean. There's been a lot of good character moments, good, like, actual story happening. Does not feel like there's been any filler really going on this past few missions. Basically since, whichever one, chapter 18 is Magnus? I think since that one, basically, it's all been pretty sharp. Even if I, had some beefs with chapter 20, I very much appreciate that they were moving the pace along a bit, because I think the urge would sometimes be to create really long, drawn-out missions with a lot of nonsense by the end. but they're actually kind of speeding these a bunch of these missions that are near the end up a bit, so that the momentum feels strong, and I appreciate that choice. But anyway, let me try and not get shot now. So this is like the underworld, like it's Hades' underworld instead of Medusa's, or this might be one of those things where I understand a bit better when I edit it, and I'm actually slowing down and able to process each line. Ow. Thank you for all the healing orbs, game. Feels like this one's a little more chill, though, than... Oh, this is there's a lot of enemies in this next room, but... it feels like this one has, like, a bit more chill than Chapter 9's air battle, where it was just this absolute gauntlet followed by a huge boss fight. It feels like this one, they had a bit more compassion for... I should never have said anything. They had, like, a modicum more compassion for those of us who suck at the air battles, is how it feels. I'm thinking I want to play mostly evasive here, so I'm gonna go for mostly charged shots. This next little bit here. Oh, right, but this is a loading screen right here. I thought I was going to do a boss fight in this, like Star Fox 64, but mercifully not. And now we do the boss fight with the big eel thing, which has all the nubbins on its back, and then you have to shoot it in the throat. Oh, right, there's some here, too. Good. Goody. They're quite generous with those in this.
I find him quite adorable, actually. And souls can be very...
In a sort of twisted way. Oh, I didn't realize it was shooting us at this point. Man, I should probably go for one of these around now. Or maybe both of them. Why not? Just hit all these things. No more nubbins for you. If it isn't the exact same theme that was playing when the Balunka chased us in Chapter 2, it's a similar one. It's like a slightly longer theme, I think. It's one more nubbin I need to hit. It's a small one.
So dark, so chewy, so malleable.
Hey, you leave the taste of my soul out of
That
this.
shouldn't be wasted on old chompers, love.
Oh, that's what he was saying, I see. he wants Dark Pit's soul. What, you realize you just described a Tootsie Roll, right? Dark and chewy. And I don't think anyone would make the mistake of saying that Dark Pit's soul is like a Tootsie Roll. Ow! Cut that out. Hey, you stop that right now. Belay that.
There's no way the Underworld army could ever lose.
Spoiler.
Are there more healing orbs right around here? Hope so.
Let me get this straight.
Did you say spoiler alert?
Lost in
Jerk
battle.
off. It's like right past his head when we go here that we got to the spring, right? We're just have to fly like just a little bit more. Oh no, there's the bit where it goes through like Spiky World. Oh no, there are all the laser line things here. I'm definitely gonna die to one of them.
This was a stream of souls, but so many lives have been
A
lost
stream of
that it's
souls, I
now
see.
a torrent.
Oh,
All souls need
I
to
see.
find their final resting place down
That's why it's
here
all
so that life
wonkalicious.
can spring
Healing
anew.
orbs, please.
You
Oh
have
no,
to
this is
expose
where I die.
nature and each other.
Healing orbs, please.
Gods who drag the entire
Oh wow, they really go a long way. There's a lot of healing orbs up front, and then none through this bit. Those things that streak across the screen and do lasers, there what's gonna be the death of me. Oh, it had to not be invincibility this time, didn't it?
Then our only option is to take him down.
But to do that, we're going to need Pit's help. Let's get him patched up.
Oh, thank goodness I had a super for them. Ah! Damn it! I thought that was going... I just choked on my own spit. That's frustrating, because I looked at that one, and I knew it was about to do the charge, and I was like, oh, it's headed right for the middle of the screen, so I'll get to the side, and it went to the left. I guess it wouldn't have killed him to put some kind of, like, marker on the screen where it's going to head, because there's no real good way to tell, just by looking at it, I suppose. Whatever. I got one egg. Damn it! That was, like, right at the end, too. Stupid dragon. Oh, swinging. I was so lucky to get through that, the portion right before I died there on my first go anyway. It's gonna be so hard on every subsequent attempt. I got crazy lucky.
Not to hurt your feelings, but this pit doesn't need your help to fly. So don't expect me to suck up to you.
If your flight's unlimited, you don't have to battle on land.
So air
It was still nice enough to start with not to hurt your feelings, though. Only thing I hope is that the dragon attacks a consistent point on the screen. I don't know if it actually targets you or what, because it's kind of hard to tell where it's targeting at all. Case obviously. So I don't know if I can just memorize it on the second one it's gonna shoot around here or not.
What kind of city
I
is
guess we'll
this?
find out.
Oh. It's you.
Our hero's looking a little goth today.
I love that he is just like kind of nonplussed about it. Ah, skew. But it is cool to see, since Dark Pit has like beef with authority and stuff, but is, we think, probably some part of it does share some opinions with Pit that perhaps
Though some just fade away, and others are...
Let me focus on this bit for a half second. Cool. That maybe Pit also shares the opinion that it's really the gods who are en masse, not just one or two, but all of them that are to blame for this. Well, that wasn't exactly Dark Pit's point, but anyway. Point being that perhaps the fact that Dark Pit acknowledges it means that Pit has some capacity for understanding that Palutena is also to blame in all the bloodshed in some capacity because she's fighting back in this way, even though her intentions are generally good, we think. Let's use a bit of this here because this is where I lost like all my health last time. Right at this turn. These things that split into two are especially devilish on 9 when they have this much health. And when my aim sucks, I've got a bad feeling the final boss of this game will be an air battle, kind of like Medusa was. I don't want it. My disappointment will be immeasurable, my day will be ruined.
Souls have no more personality than blood or bone.
So why is it you think his is dark and chewy? Just breathe. It's only the hard part if you suck at it. That's the thing you gotta remember. And if your hands get sweaty and you keep dropping the controller, that could also put a damper in things.
Do you think Hades was serious about molding souls into other forms?
It would explain his endless supply of troops.
Well, that super did a lot of damage to that house thing.
But wait, if that's the case, there's no way the underworld army...
Ow! That sucked.
You poor deluded things, you'll never stop me.
It's a shame he shaved off his handlebar mustache. It would be perfect for that line.
He may have a point. We have the underworld army out to hoard...
Ow. Damn, that... It's like they give you health orbs, and then just none for like a straight 6 minutes at the hardest part of it. I knew I'd never get that. It would take me like 4 or 5 tries to get I have a bad feeling that I was extremely lucky on that first 9 attempt, getting that far. And then I had to ruin it by a stupid dragon. It's very frustrating. Well, I got my wish of playing as Dark Pit for a bit longer, but not the way I was sort of anticipating. It's like bells in the background of the music here. Sounded like very Pokemon, in a way. Very DS era Pokemon.
Souls have no more personality than blood or bone.
Does actually kind of make some scientific sense. Personality, is, as we understand it, is because of your brain. It's kind of funny in that way. Okay. It's only the hard part if you suck at it. Remember these sage words. And use the super on the tomatoes. These are the 2 sage pieces of advice. Ow.
You might want to break out the brain age, pal.
Also, I just realized that's cute that Dark Pit also has a bit of a fondness for game references.
All souls need to find their final resting place down here so that life...
Tried to save my super, and ended poorly.
I'm out of here.
Pit is still unconscious. With his wings burned up, he can't last much longer. But I thought of a way to save him.
Of course you did.
We both owe Pit. You know that. Think of the sacrifices he made to save the both of us.
All right. Then what's the next step?
Go to the City of Souls. It's just a little ways ahead. It's the place where souls make their final passage into death. Or back into life.
Oh, I get it. You want to turn back the clock and cheat death. Raising the dead, keeping the near dead alive. It's pretty dirty business.
I know the stakes, but we don't have a choice.
Hey, aren't you two just at war with each other?
Mind your own business. I'm not so petty that I can't extend an olive branch at a time like this.
Thank you, Veridi. And thank you for helping Pit when I couldn't.
Just so you know, this is not a hug it out moment.
Not to hurt your feelings, but this pit doesn't need your help to fly. So don't expect me to suck up to you.
If your flight's unlimited, you don't have to battle on land.
So air battle only? It feels strange to say it, but I'm disappointed.
What kind of city is this?
It's unlike any earthly city. The spirits of the dead gather here.
So basically, this is the underworld.
You got it.
Oh. It's you.
Our hero's looking a little goth today. I hope the stresses of life haven't gotten you down.
That would be ever so tragic.
No one's listening.
It's hilarious how you have no sense of humor. But that sourpuss attitude's gonna give you an ulcer someday, you know.
Anyway, Pt.22, your understanding is correct. The underworld is where souls go. As you know, Reapers are responsible for carrying souls.
But we've got an excess of souls these days.
The Reapers can't handle them all.
So the extra souls come here?
Yes, though some just fade away, and others are, well, eaten.
Even in the afterlife, it's survival of the fittest.
That makes some sense. The weak are consumed, just as nature intended.
And in case I forget to say it before the end, though, just the sheer, like, scope of what they would have had to design and model in terms of, like, the level layout, like, design and architecture-wise, to accommodate the sheer length of all these air battles. It's pretty astounding. Like, just the sheer number of buildings and locations they would have had to design. It's almost like as much modeling as like, an open world game would take. And maybe not quite that much, but... And obviously you don't have to worry about it being an actual traversable place, but still, it's just like the sheer amount of landscapes that would have designed for all these air battles is pretty incredible.
Remember when I said that some souls get eaten?
Well, here's the hideous devourer of souls himself.
You weren't kidding about the hideous part.
I find him quite adorable, actually. And souls can be very delicious. Luckily, they don't possess personalities or anything like that.
What, they don't?
Of course not. Souls have no more personality than blood or bone. They're just another resource to harvest from living beings.
Your disregard for life is just astounding. Could you be any more callous?
Well, I could try. You know, souls are a bit like taffy. Sweet enough to eat, but pliable enough to mold into any shape I can imagine.
I don't even... That's just so... Nah.
I'd love to get my hands on Pt.22's soul. So dark, so chewy, so malleable. A powerful spirit like that shouldn't be wasted on old Chopper's lunch.
Molding souls into other forms?
It would explain his endless supply of troops. He's making them out of souls.
Professor Palutena does it again.
That did so much damage.
That's the case. There's no way the
I didn't need to use that there. I'm stupid.
Oh, spoiler alert.
So let me get this straight. All the lives
It's
lost
pretty
to
vicious how you get
battle
comboed.
building
If
up
one
the
hits you,
army.
You got
like your it stops your
fighting there
gliding
is,
dodge
my
maneuver
army
kind of thing, and
My
you almost definitely get hit by the
goodness,
next
it feels
few.
wonderful to be on the winning team.
Hold on a second. Your math is a little off. You might want to break out the brain age, pal.
I have a brain age of 24.
And that's relevant because...
Think about all the casualties there have been in this war between the gods. If Hades was right, the underworld would be way more crowded with monsters.
Then that means that one fallen soldier doesn't equal one new underworld monster. After all, creating something as corporeal as a monster would take...
A ton of souls! But that's a huge waste! It's an abomination!
Yeah, that's just about the sickest thing I've ever heard. We have to stop him.
You poor deluded things, you'll never stop me! Not my
Don't let him get under your skin.
Not a problem. It's been great touring the City of Souls and all, but we're here to save Pit, right?
Hey, no need to cop an attitude. Just keep moving forward.
Get a room, lovebirds.
This was a stream of souls, but so many lives have been lost that it's now a torrent. All souls need to find their final resting place down here so that life can spring anew. That's part of the natural cycle of life, but Hades keeps playing with souls. He won't let them rest. His bloodlust has thrown everything off balance.
It's like humans disrupting the balance on Earth. It's unforgivable.
You've got to be joking. All you gods and your stupid wars are the ones throwing everything off balance.
You little nothing! How dare you!
He may have a point. We have the underworld army out to hoard souls. We have the forces of nature trying to wipe out humanity. We have the humans continuing to exploit nature and each other. And we have us, gods, who drag the entire world into our power struggles. But it doesn't matter how this started. Now we know who's profiting from it.
Hades, left unchecked.
Thank God it was this time.
Then our only option is to take him down.
But to do that, we're going to need Pit's help. Let's get him patched up.
You, dragon. Don't think I've forgotten about you. Okay, it's just after the second one it goes away. That was literally it! I was right there that first time! No! That's frustrating. Okay, I really gotta mess up Pandora then. But it didn't seem like she was very easy to mess up. But I'm sorry, I'm afraid that means we're not gonna get to hear all the super nice and fun, good, special dialogue. Oh, there's more. I forgot there was more space here.
That can get weird.
Yeah, no kidding. Share a fair helping of weird already. Oh, there's at least a fortune god drink there.
You can thank Pit for bringing me to the rewind spring.
Ow!
He's a rebellious servant, though it seems he still served my purpose.
Piss off! Oh, right, I get my heals.
Someone's overcompensating.
Feeling a little inadequate, Veridi?
Of course is. You should too. Just look at me.
I liked her better when she was just an evil blob.
She's still an evil blob underneath. She just has better hair, that's all.
Just kidding, she
There you
says.
are, friends. I finally tracked you down. You're a stealthy bunch.
That's because I was using my power of ninjury.
Right.
What? You don't believe me?
I think that's something everyone can agree on.
Tone down the sass, little angel.
It's been a long time, Lord Hades.
And you are?
Don't tell me you've forgotten your old friend.
Sorry, I would have loved to hear more of that. Actually, that was a lot harder on frickin' 9. Oh my god. When she doesn't die immediately, it turns out she can attack you. Golly. She used to work for Hades? What? What? Why do they always save the good bits for like 2 hours into the fight? Alright, we did it! Yeah, I knew. I sort of figured that was coming from as soon as I knew it was going to be like a mostly air battle kind of thing. But damn, we were so close that first 9 attempt. That's so frustrating. Like we were like 5 seconds away from the save zone there. Bugger. All because that dragon is so hard to read. Whatever. But yeah, man, the more I think about the way they talk about, you know, gods versus as these figures of authority causing all these wars, the more it really does seem like just a general commentary on people in positions of power. Very interesting game, this, because, and I believe this was something I'll get into more by the end review. I wouldn't say it's narratively driven, but I wouldn't say it's narratively rich, but it's very character rich. And that is not an insult. I believe this, that's the right way to do a game like this that's full of, like, arcade-style missions. I think if you tried to have it be, if you tried to focus on the which character is where at what time plot sort of element of it, I think you would get a lot less done than just focusing on these key moments of, like picking a random mission here. Wrath of the Reset Bomb is our little opportunity to have an actual proper sort of discussion with Veridi while you're wrecking her base and everything. And the plot is carried forward by you bringing down the Reset Bomb pod. There we go. I forgot which order the nouns went. But they don't make a big deal out of that. Like, they're like, oh great, now their reset bombs are gone. And it's more about you getting to see that Veridi and Hades are not fond of each other and stuff like that. Like, they're always more focused on what the characters are going through rather than the story event that's going on, and that is absolutely, in my opinion, the right call for a game of this, well, you know, a piece of fiction of this designation, where you're just jumping between these big story beats. Like if it were something like a... Well, and it's funny, I was bringing up open world games earlier. If it was like an open world type game, like, I don't know, Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever, then you could have downtime where you have characters discussing important plot points with no action going on. But because there's always action going on, basically, save for like the little 20-second scenes at the ends of missions, you have to find clever ways to be having the characters grow during those events, so you have them get into big flaming rows about stuff that's going on. Chapter 20 is a perfect example of that. Pit arguing with the others while he's going through, and everyone being sort of kind of the worst to him, so we can draw out that really core element of his character, that he isn't just a... He's not just a yes man. He has properties of a yes man, but that's not his be-all and end-all. He does actually have a strong sense of morality and stuff. It's good! I like this game a lot, even if I don't like that damn dragon thing! Because I love it. Because it made me grow and change. Next video on the channel is gonna be some wahoo! That's all for now, but next time, Lord of the Underworld, is it time to just take on Hades? I have some questions about this thumbnail. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! No, are you? Oh.